So today's video is rather questionable. Yeah. So on yesterday's video, I asked you guys to give me questions, preferably that I have the answers to, and I told you I would answer them most likely today. And that is exactly what I'm about to do. Now we're gonna keep this thing short and sweet, just like a half-eaten candy cane. So if you're ready, let's do this thing. All right, it's me, # says, how can I become more social? I know this sounds dumb because you can choose your friends, but as I go to high school, I have to stick with the people from my class most of the time. Where's the problem? I cannot relate to them. They're talking about theories and other stuff that simply doesn't interest me. I'd rather be talking about science, etc., but it makes me look really arrogant, although I am really not. Feel your pain. I don't want to change my personality, but I also can't stay mute because I'm really talkative. All right. Simple fix, it's me, #. Basically, all you gotta do is take your hand, pull the fire alarm, get expelled, and then deal with other friends. No, I don't know, I'm just kidding. I guess one really easy way is you're not gonna beat them, right? There's no beating somebody in social situations, so you kinda gotta find a way to join them. You gotta find some common ground. Now, if all these kids are talking about series, why don't you find some way to weave science into the subject? Talk about Breaking Bad, right? Talk about how the chemistry in Breaking Bad is or is not accurate. I genuinely believe that anybody can be interested in something if it's exciting enough, right? And it doesn't need to just be Jersey Shore on the television that creates that excitement, right? It can be talking about like, oh my God, I saw 50 kites today, and the wind patterns were so crazy that they got tangled up. Got some kid around the neck and took him down, you know? The way you weave a story is what makes it interesting, right? So you can talk about all the wind patterns, you know, but make it interesting enough that other people want to hear. And I think you'll find that when you make yourself as interesting as possible, other people will want to join that conversation, even if it isn't inherently what they would normally want to talk about. Michelle Ice L asks, what do you know about Vikings? I know they're a crap team and I want the Packers to beat them. That's, yep. Stefan Kotman, or Steven, depending on your pronunciation, asks, do you know and ASL? I assume you mean any. Here's what I got, Stefan. That's my name. Other than that, I just know the childhood stuff from the playground, like hello major loser, or, and I'll let you guys extrapolate on this one, bull. All right, let's do a clickbaity one. Sarah Conklin says, not really a question, but I'd like to know your thoughts on religion. That's controversial. Seeing as I'm self-centered, I'm gonna imagine you're asking about me and my personal relationship with the man upstairs. My dad? No, we're in a one-story house. No, but I grew up Lutheran Christian, so I went to Sunday school every Sunday until I was like 11 years old. Then we moved to Ohio and my parents couldn't find a church. I don't think they looked too hard. I remember going to church every Sunday and being like, these are really great stories, you know, really great morals. But I like never really believed them. So to this day, I am agnostic. So I guess all in all, I was raised as culturally Christian. I mean, like, you guys, there's literally a Christmas tree behind me. But as far as beliefs go, yeah, agnostic. Oh, and for anyone not knowing exactly what that means, the way that I've always interpreted it is there could be an existence of a higher being, but I doubt it. It's like a cynical person's take on religion. Doubt it, doubt it, doubt it. Highly doubt that. But yeah, I never studied religion. I'm basically just not that fascinated by it. Don't have anything against religious people. I guess the only thing I have against religion is when it's used as an argument to infringe on other people's civil rights or freedoms, or when it's used as an excuse to kill people. Like, what? Like, what? But I think this is where I'm gonna end it before I jump in too far, because this subject is like a rabbit hole and we are just gonna, you know, spin along the rim and right off into the next question. Tony Alvarez asks, do you have a boyfriend? Tony Alvarez needs to watch more of my videos. Arun Sajeev asks, what's the most annoying thing about your boyfriend? I don't know, maybe the fact that he gets me flowers like every week, setting that bar too high. All right, Just Talks asks, how are you so culturally influenced and not like this generation's kids? Dang it, what's a girl gotta do to fit in around here? It's like, I probably just spent a little too much time with books and not enough time with humans. That's basically it. Carolina Herrera asks, do you have any tips on memorization? I was gonna say something snarky like, yeah, look at the words and then remember them. But actually I remembered I do have some good tips. So essentially what's always worked for me is to look at a piece of paper of the information you want to internalize and read it once through. And after you're done with that, cover the information you want to remember and try and get your brain to think of what it was on that sheet of paper. And anything you can't remember, go back and look at, cover the paper again, try and reproduce the whole thing in your brain, and you just keep doing that process until you have everything on that sheet in your noggin. I think it's called a noggin because you're like, nah, not again will I forget anything. That was one of my worst puns. One of the worst ones. Okay, and last question. So Vincent LaRue says, I'm French. Can you please say some French word? Lequel? Which one, buddy? Bien sûr. Je peux dire beaucoup de choses, mais seulement quand quelqu'un a besoin de ça. Weil ich viele Wörter auf Französisch vergessen habe, weil ich jetzt Deutsch sprechen. Sprechen, not sprechen. I know, I always mistake my grammar. I recorded that whole scene like 50 times and I still messed up everything. So on that very embarrassing note, I am gonna say thank you for all of your many questions and wir sind hier fertig. Fun.